All right, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elders and our apostles, the great millstone, taught us the truth. Salutations to the hopeful elect that's around the four corners of the earth, and also the brothers that teach us word and sincerity. I'm the brother Iwa Lumia from the GMS Chicago branch here in Chicago. Come back at you with another lesson. Lord willing, this lesson be edifying. I'm just basically titled this lesson, E's agenda will fail horribly. I've been going into a lot, about E's agenda. A lot of brothers have, starting with our elders and our apostles on down. How this man is going to fail miserably in his schemes, his NWO agenda, you know, and it all starts with that charagma. But it's more to it also that E is trying to do. He's trying to become like the Most High. But ultimately, this is what he's going to fail miserably. So I got this clip, 1 minute and 3 seconds. I'm gonna play it. And basically, it's a detailed plan of E's agenda.
So, if you want, which is what they do want, a world government, a world central bank, a world army, an amalgamation of NATO and the UN peacekeeping operation, a world currency, electronic, no cash, and a microchip population, then what you've got to do, and this is the way they work, a process I call problem, reaction, solution, you've got to keep creating the problems, get the people to react, do something in fear and outrage, look what's happening, what they're going to do about it, and then they, who've covertly created the problem, offer the solutions to the problems they've created, which is the constant centralization of power. That's what all
Right now, I just want to go over what he was just basically talking about. They cause the problem and they come in with the solution. Things like what 9/11, so they can bring in a Patriot Act. This whole thing that's happening right now, and happening again. The whole pandemic. They're using it to pass by these restrictions. It's ultimately going to usher in the MOTB, which is the charagma. You see everything going on with China again. I believe it's in Shanghai. A lot of these people is without food. Whatever the case may be. So he is trying to, trying to create this one world government. By the way, as this guy, this Edomite was going into, by the way of doing away with cash, ultimately having a charagma based society. So let's continue.
the solutions are. And we're seeing such a wonderful example now with what's happening in the financial industry. And if we don't wake up, we're going to live in a global fascist dictatorship within 5 to 10 years.
Shalom. I want to start off by giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh.
And the beautiful thing about Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai is, it's the same thing that happened with Pharaoh. He's hardening these Edomites' hearts to think they actually doing something. So yeah, these Edomites actually believe that they're actually succeeding in what they're doing. They're only going to get so far. As the scripture goes into, it's a line that they cannot pass, or boundaries that they cannot pass. Loosely paraphrasing. I don't want to butcher the scripture, but let's just jump into it. This is the book of Job 5:12. It says, "He disappointeth the devices of the crafty, so that their hands cannot perform their enterprise." Right, that enterprise meaning that what? Their NWO agenda. You know. And the beautiful thing about Yahweh Shem Shai is Yahweh Shem Shai put it in these global elites' mind to come up with something like this to ultimately, put them on the losing side anyways. Because you have to realize that this is Yahweh Shem Shai's story. As it says, he set it up. You know what? Let me actually get that. I believe it's in Daniel. Okay, I got to pull it up. This is the book of Daniel 2:21, because like I said, this is Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai's story. And he thinks he's doing this thing by his own accord. So this is the book of Daniel 2:21. Because ultimately his plans is going to come to naught anyways. It says, "And he changeth the times and the seasons, and he removeth kings and setteth up kings. He giveth wisdom unto the wise and knowledge to them that know understanding." Right? I want to focus on this part as it says, he removed the kings and setteth up kings. So Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai ultimately set up this devil. As it says in Job 9:24, the earth was given into the hands of the wicked. Yahweh Shem Shai gave Esau, this world for a period of time. And he's going to ultimately be bringing, taking down out of power, as it says right here. He removeth kings and setteth up kings. So Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua finna remove this current devil that's in rulership right now, which is the current king and these elites. He's finna pull them out of power and put the elect, the hopeful righteous elect in power. He's going to set up a righteous government upon the face of this earth. So this is Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua's story. So he never had a chance or never stood a chance, because ultimately he thinks he's doing this thing on his own accord, but he's really not. I want to read this again. This is the book of Job 5:12. It says, he disappointed the devices of the crafty so that their hands cannot perform their enterprise. All right, he thinks he's doing this and doing that, but it's all on the accord of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua at the end of the day. So he's going to fail anyways, period. Because Esau, it was in prophecy that Esau was always meant to fail anyways. Bear with me, brother. Salakia. This is the book of Isaiah 14:12. And it says, Salakia, how art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art thou cut down to the ground, which didst weaken the nations? Right. He is being removed from his throne, his grace. We're in our hell and he is in his heaven right now. But Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua is going to bring him down, which didst weaken the nations. And that happening. This devil is weakening the nations. Spreading democracy towards these countries and different things like that. But let's go into it's going to further break it down. It's if thou hast said in thine heart, which is a representation of your mind, I will ascend into heaven. I will exalt my throne above the stars of Yahweh. I will sit also upon the mount of the congregation in the sides of the north. It says, I will ascend above the heights of the clouds, and I will be like the Most High. And that's how ultimately he wants to be. He want to be like the Most High. And that's where his plans comes from. All this so he can be like the Most High. Having complete control over this world, back, having everybody take that charagma, having a one world based government, to do away with cash and to control the minds of these people, But Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua said what? Let me actually see. I think it's in the same chapter if I'm not mistaken. But let me see. Yeah, verse 15. Yet thou shalt be brought down to hell, to the sides of the pit. So Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua is going to bring these devils down into a low condition, because these devils went into slavery with the rest of these nations at the end of the day. Yeah, let's continue. That's what I really want to make at that point. But I want to get one more scripture. Let me see. This is the book of Job 20, and let me see. Yeah, this is the book of Job 20, and I'm going to start at 14. It says, yet his meat and his bowels is turned. It is the gall of apes within him. Verse 15, he says, he has swallowed down riches, and he shall vomit them up again. Yahweh shall cast them out of his belly. All right, this is how he is able to, even go about his NWO agenda, his schemes in the first place, by stealing, getting rich off our people to basically put himself in a high position to gain all this money, to ultimately, come through with his plans. This is how he is able to do all these things, because through rape, robbery, and murder is he able to even touch his NWO agenda. That's why these elites are so rich, making money off the enslavement and the destruction of Jake. As it says right here, and he shall vomit them up again. Yahweh shall cast them out of his belly. Right, and that's ultimately what's going to happen. As the scripture goes into, Yahweh shall rain upon him while he is eating. And right, and that's ultimately what's going to happen. While he is eating. So these devils can't run from destruction. That's to come. Their plans are going to be to not. Anyways, so he never had a chance, in fulfilling his NWO agenda in the first place. Because what? This was set up through prophecy that he was going to go down. And we're seeing the downfall of his kingdom right now. So with that being said, I hope this was edifying. I want to end off by giving all praise and glory to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua Ba'ashem Rakapwadash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone taught us this truth. Salutations to the hopeful elect that's around the four corners of the earth. And also the brothers and teachers word and sincerity. Lord, I hope this was edifying. The Lord want to come back with another lesson soon. Shalom. And until next time, Abba.